Another interesting concept in Git is history, or the log of commits. So I have a bunch of commits that I have made in this branch. So I have a history of my activities. Now, as you see here, each commit has this unique hash that identifies that specific commit. And there are some cases where this commit hash, unique hash, is actually very useful. So let's say we have some bug in the code that we're trying to understand or debug how this bug happened. So we don't know which code change actually caused that bug. It could be something complex, so we don't know how to reproduce or how to find out the cause or the issue. So we are doing some testing, right? And let's say that the tester notices that since the changes of this commit, so from this commit on, or from this date on, the bug appeared and something isn't working. So what we can do is, in order to reproduce the issue, we can actually go back in time and check out the commit using that hash. And checking out commit means that we are going back to the version of the whole application, so the whole code at the time of this commit. So if I copy this and I can do git checkout commit hash, I have local changes, so it doesn't allow me to check out another commit. So let's stash that and let's check out again. And here you see I'm in a detached head state. This means that this is basically just information that tells me that I'm not in the most up-to-date state of the branch. I am somewhere in the previous state, some specific commit hash. And what's interesting is that I can actually create a new branch based on the code version that I had at this point in time. So if I go back to my editor, I see that the whole application gets rearranged. Maybe some deleted files get re-edited. Maybe some current files get reverted, so they're not shown in the application anymore. So I go back to a state of the application code that I had at the time of this commit. If it was 2 months ago, then I go back to the code version 2 months ago. And now I have a version of the code that I can use to replicate a bug that maybe happened some time ago. You also see that I'm not in the branch name anymore, but rather in a commit hash. And as I said, you can do some changes from this version of the application and create a branch based on that. But this is not a very common scenario that you actually make changes in some previous state of the application. So mostly it's actually used for testing or to reproduce a bug that was maybe reported for some time ago. So now if I want to go back to the up-to-date state of the branch, then I can just do git checkout the branch name and I'm at the head position. Head in Git basically means the top commit, so the latest commit state in the branch.